Well, you guys, the strongest woman in the world, me, is actually way stronger than any of us could have imagined because I just found out that, my boyfriend who broke up with me like last week was also cheating on me, messaging a 19-year-old girl, he's 25, while I was staying at his house for his birthday. So, if there's anything we can learn from this, never date an influencer. Cap, David Lynch dies. I dye my hair pink at the age of 22. TikTok gets banned. 20 minutes later, I'm being broken up with during the commercial break of the drag race we were watching. And then 12 hours later, TikTok comes back and then he leaves. Do you guys have any idea? Do you guys ever think about how I'm the strongest woman in the world?
Keep this in mind. You're super You are so fucked. Everyone's talking about you. They're all talking about you and it's all bad things. Worse than you even thought. So much worse. You're so fucked. Your dreams, don't even try. Don't even try. Because you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail, it's inevitable, and you know this. You're fucked. You're super fucked. I can't even describe to you how fucked your life is. And it's your fault. That's the worst part, is it's your fault.
Influencer relationships are one of the internet's many guilty pleasures. It's a whirlwind of picture-perfect moments, sponsored vacations, and multiple use of hashtags like couple goals that make you believe in the fairy tale of love. But behind the filters and curated captions, there's often lies, a darker reality waiting to spill out. One day, you're watching a creator and their partner unbox matching PR packages, and the next day, they're ripping each other apart and exposing their secrets on TikTok, leaving fans to pick up the pieces. This is a vicious cycle of drama that keeps fans hooked and attached, not because they're too nosy, okay, maybe a little, but because it reminds them that even the most polished lives can quickly unravel in the messiest ways possible. And when it comes to messy, no one has stirred the pot quite like Ian, better known to his fans as Hansumfella. This 25-year-old Twitch streamer, TikToker, and YouTuber went from being the internet's relatable for the girls gamer to a symbol of betrayal, thanks to a string of cheating scandals that have left his exes heartbroken and his fanbase divided.
I know you guys have probably heard about the allegations, and I want to sincerely apologize for everyone I've hurt. That is not me. Juicy 17, thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub. Anyways, I didn't mean to say those slurs. I didn't mean that at all. It's thank you for the 2 gifted. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
From texting multiple girls behind his girlfriend's back to begging an ex to save his career instead of owning up to his mistakes, Ian's story is a live show on how to lose trust in the digital age. But is this just a series of bad decisions from a recovering alcoholic, as he admitted to, or is this a deeper pattern that's been hiding in plain sight? Let's find out as we dive into the chaos that is Hansumfella's downfall. Before we get to the scandals that made Ian a trending topic for all the wrong reasons, we need to understand who he is and how he got here. Ian, aka Hansumfella, is an online content creator from Florence, Alabama, who built a digital empire across Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. His journey to fame kicked off in the early 2020s, a time when the world was glued to their screens more than ever. The COVID-19 pandemic had just hit the world, and government restrictions had locked people indoors. And in that time, platforms like TikTok and Twitch became a haven for those seeking entertainment, connection, and a break from the chaos happening in the real world. Ian saw an opportunity with the demand for entertainment and seized it, starting his streaming career with a focus on games like Minecraft and just chatting sessions that let his personality shine.
No, I have contact dermatitis. Start making boyfriend ASMR? I think I'd rather die. Oh, the guy that played Dumbledore died? He was only 82. He was just a kid. Oh, it is Fortnite's birthday. I forgot. How old is Fortnite? 18? Hopefully?
What made Ian stand out from the rest wasn't his gaming skills, though he was decent enough at Minecraft to hold his own in events like Block Wars Season 10. It was mostly his vibe that did all the charming. Unlike the chiseled, unattainable influencers of Instagram, Ian marketed himself as the guy next door.
Are you wearing a thong right now by any chance? No, it's not the weekend. I don't wear thongs during the work week. Do you like sleeping? Yeah, with your... Every song in Hamilton is like, hey, what's going on? My name is Hamilton, and then I went to the corner store.
He wasn't trying to sell you a six-pack or a luxury lifestyle. He was the kind of creator who felt like a friend, with his quirky humor, self-deprecating charm, and a username like Hansumfella that poked fun at his own appearance. Ian carved out a niche as the relatable gamer who got his audience, especially young women who appreciated his for-the-girls energy.
Can you guys please stop saying I'm fertile? There's a lot of money in the NFT market right now. You guys should probably think about investing. Handsome, how can we become handsome just like you? Go to church, start praying. Guys, am I baby girl or what? Me. That is not a request, by the way, guys. How to make farts not hot and smelly. Read that out to yourself, think about it, and then think, did I need to say that? Guys, don't sexualize the withers.
Ian's rise wasn't meteoric, but it was steady. He started small, at first only streaming to a handful of viewers who stumbled across his channel, but his authenticity and consistency paid off, and by 2022 he had built a loyal following on Twitch, eventually massing over 400,000 followers, a number that put him on the map as a creator to watch. His content wasn't groundbreaking, but it didn't need to be. He'd played Minecraft, chatting with his audience about everything from in-game strategies to random life updates, often throwing in memes and jokes that kept things light.
Are you ready to watch this? You gotta come this way. Pause. Peacock? I'm not gonna use a streaming service that has cock in the name. My Uber driver's name was Tongue. What a freaky ass name to have, dude. Tongue is on his way to your location. Before you make fun of me, just remember I'm only 23. I don't think gynecologists should be dudes. And then what if they have big fingers? I've got a beast deep inside of me, and he's begging to come out. She's going to church camp for a week. Pack it up, dude. It's over. The Creamin' Demon? That's what they called me in high school, dude. That's awesome. On 9/11, we watched videos of 9/11 in like elementary school. I was like 9 years old, and they're like, look at 9/11. Pea protein.
His just chatting streams were where he really connected with fans, sharing stories, reacting to trending topics, and creating a space that felt like a virtual hangout. Ian then expanded his reach to TikTok and YouTube, where his short-form content took off quickly as an already established name online. Clips of his funniest gaming moments, reaction videos, and relatable skits racked up millions of views, and his follower count soared.
Watch a 9/11 documentary recently. That is so sad, dude. They don't talk about how sad that shit is for reals. All right, let's get some wood. Pause. My boyfriend is ghosting me. I think he's dead. What should I do? Well, he's not dead. He just doesn't love you. You're gonna go read a book? What are you, Amish? My nationality? It's straight, I guess. I don't know. Guys are either good at Valorant or good at eating box, all right? And I suck at Valorant. How are babies made? Well, it's when me and your get together.
On TikTok, he leaned into trends, often using viral sounds to create content that resonated with Gen Z, while on YouTube he posted longer videos. There he has a couple 15-minute vlogs of his Minecraft challenges or day-in-the-life streams that gave fans a glimpse into his own world. What really solidified Ian's place in the online world was his community. He wasn't just a creator, he was a leader of a tight-knit group of fans who rallied around him. He had his own dedicated subreddit, Hansumfella, where fans shared memes, discussed his streams, and hyped up his latest content. His Discord server became a hub for his most loyal supporters, a place where they could chat with each other and occasionally interact with Ian himself. He made his fans feel seen, often shouting out their usernames during streams or responding to their messages in Discord. It wasn't uncommon to hear Ian say things like, "Shout out to my mods, you guys are the real MVPs," or "I saw that fan art on Reddit and I'm obsessed." This level of engagement made his audience feel like they were part of something special, like they weren't just viewers but friends.
Fella, do girls have cooties? Yeah. I think they call it gonorrhea. I'm not bilingual, guys. I'm straight. So, do you like sleeping? Yeah, with your brother. Body count, 0.5. It was a little person. You're insane. You're crazy. Gaslighting isn't real. It's something you made up. Thoughts on boobs? Honka, honka, honka. Does that answer your question, dude? Rocking the wife? I see you? Yeah. Shout out. Never mind. I'm gonna stop right there. I think the clitoris is liberal propaganda. I took the Myers-Briggs test and it turns out I'm autistic. I didn't even know that was an option. Do you think I could get a disability check for being lactose intolerant? When you get a full body massage, they really mean full body. This old Asian woman was knuckles deep in my cheek.
Ian also collaborated with other creators, particularly LA-based influencers, which helped him break into bigger circles.
I'm here with Hansumfella, and we're about to do something kind of crazy.
His participation in events like Block Wars Season 10, which is a popular Minecraft competition, boosted his visibility, introducing him to new audiences and cementing his status as a rising star in the streaming world.
So much is happening in this. I don't know. I'm ready to play Minecraft. It's time.
I'm so ready. Not really, but...
Oh wait, I should watch the update video, huh?
Yeah.
There's 2 new games?
But while Ian was building his online empire, there was a side of him that his fans didn't see, a side that would eventually come crashing into the public eye. Ian's personal life was a ticking time bomb, and his first major scandal in 2023 would be the spark that lit the fuse. Around 2021, Ian started dating a girl we'll call Tiara. Her TikTok handle is @TiaraAllison. The two were together for about 2 years, though their relationship was described as on and off by those who followed the drama. From the outside, they seemed nothing like a typical influencer couple. They made sure to almost never post any real bits of their life together. No cute selfies, no clips of them being together, not even TikToks where they jump on couple trends like the Pass the Phone challenge. Nothing. The only evidence that most people had to know that they were in fact together was when they finally broke up. Behind the scenes, things were far from perfect. According to Tiara's later revelations, Ian had been unfaithful multiple times during their relationship. A betrayal that would eventually lead to their breakup and a very public fallout. In July 2023, Tiara dropped a bombshell that shattered Ian's good guy image. She posted a video on TikTok accusing him of cheating on her throughout their 2 years together. In the video, she didn't hold back, claiming that Ian had created fake accounts to flirt with other women and creators, all while she was under the impression they were exclusive. She described feeling blindsided, hurt, and humiliated, especially since she trusted him so deeply. The video was raw, emotional, and unfiltered. Tiara, with tears in her eyes as she sobbed and struggled to talk about her discovery, spoke directly to the camera, her voice shaky as she laid out the pain of discovering Ian's infidelity.
I found out that my boyfriend of 2 years has been making fake accounts to talk to other women and other creators and flirt with them and cheat on me. Yeah, I found the Snapchat last night. I just want you to know, yes, this was my boyfriend of 2 years, and that relationship has now come to an end since I found out. So, if you were a woman or a creator that he, Hansumfella, has reached out to, please come forward and let me know, because I would really like to know, because he won't give me the closure that I need. So, thank you. Here's proof if you need it, and you can see all our other pictures at the bottom.
For a creator like Ian, who'd built his brand on being relatable and trustworthy, this was a devastating blow for him. His fans, many of whom had idealized him as the perfect guy and boyfriend, were shocked. The video quickly spread across TikTok and other platforms, racking up thousands of views in a matter of hours as people shared it with eye-grabbing captions in a bid to elevate the drama. But here's where things get really messy and shady. Just 15 minutes after posting the video, Tiara deleted it. According to online discussions, it is suggested that Ian had allegedly reached out to her, prompting her to take it down. It is also alleged that he manipulated her into silence, saying that the whole saga was just a misunderstanding. Whether he apologized, pressured her, or made promises to fix things, we don't know, as Tiara never clarified the reason for the deletion.
Please come forward and let me know, because I would really like to know, because he won't give me the closure that I need. So, thank you. Here's proof if you need it, and you can see all our other pictures at the bottom. Please let me know.
Hey guys, I'm here to address something super quick. An account has reposted an old video of me talking about an old relationship I had with someone. Cool. I don't know why it was reposted. I didn't want it reposted. I even took it down after 15 minutes after I even posted it the first time because I no longer wanted it up. I don't even know why I was screen recorded. But I do take accountability for even posting that, and I completely regret my decision in doing so. But the reason I say I don't know why it was reposted is because of how old it is. I was young. I was acting out of emotion. Me and that person laugh about that video to this day. And honestly, no one even knows what happened in that video or after that video or between us because it's a personal matter.
But the internet has a long memory and the damage was already done. Soon enough, another TikTok user at Fee50Fum re-uploaded a screen recording of Tiara's original video, bringing the allegations back into the spotlight. The re-upload reignited the conversation, and this time Ian couldn't ignore it. He went live on Twitch to address the situation, knowing that his fans were waiting for an explanation. During the stream, Ian had to first of all clarify that the re-uploaded video was not a recent occurrence, explaining that it was something that happened over a year ago and was just brought back up, saying it's a long past matter from the past.
Is this account, an anonymous account on TikTok that uploaded a screen recording of a TikTok my ex-girlfriend posted in July of 2023. So I want to clarify, this is not like a recent thing. This was last year, more than a year ago. So July of 2023 was when this video was posted.
Then he tried to downplay the accusations, calling the whole thing a miscommunication about their relationship status. He claimed that because he and Tiara were on and off, there were times when he didn't think they were exclusive, and that's why he'd been talking to other people. He also adds that the video was deleted within minutes of posting, and that was for a reason, saying that they had resolved the issue and have since been trying to move on with their lives.
Recent. So that's the first thing. The second thing, she deleted that video after 15 minutes for good reason, because we were on and off a lot in that relationship, and there was kind of some miscommunication about where we were at in the relationship during that time period. So it was deleted for a reason. There are some things being thrown around online, like I was not making secret accounts or something. That was like a creator account. And again, my point is, this was settled between us a long time ago. This was a very long time ago.
He also denied making fake accounts, saying that the idea was false, then explained that the said account was a creator account and he wasn't trying to do anything shady under false pretenses, before once again reiterating that the issue with Tiara had been settled long ago.
For a reason. There are some things being thrown around online, like I was not making secret accounts or something. That was a creator account. And again, my point is, this was settled between us a long time ago. This was a very long time ago. So, settled between us long time ago.
To cap it off, Tiara herself came forward shortly after to defend him, saying she'd overreacted and that the situation had been blown out of proportion. In her video reacting to the first clip being reposted, she starts by saying that she didn't want the video reposted, the same stance that Ian had when he responded to it, saying that she didn't even know why it was screen recorded. She then goes on to take accountability for her actions and for posting the video, saying it's a decision she has to live by.
Guys, I'm here to address something super quick. An account has reposted an old video of me talking about an old relationship I had with someone. Cool. I don't know why it was reposted. I didn't want it reposted. I even took it down after 15 minutes after I even posted it the first time because I no longer wanted it up. I don't even know why it was screen recorded. But I do take accountability for even posting that, and I completely regret my decision in doing so. But the reason I say I don't know why it was reposted is because of how old it is.
Then she goes on to add that the video was from a long time in her life, a time when she was young and acting out of emotion, saying that she and Ian, till this day, laugh about that video. Finally adding that no one knows what happened before that video or even after the video was taken down, and she made sure it was so because their lives and relationships were personal matters that need not be brought public. Finally, she adds that both of them are grown now, are both trying to move on with life, and they both hate that it was reposted.
But the reason I say I don't know why it was reposted is because of how old it is. I was young. I was acting out of emotion. Me and that person laugh about that video to this day. And honestly, no one even knows what happened in that video or after that video or between us because it's a personal matter. Me and the person that I'm talking about in that video are grown now. We have moved past it. I was clearly young in that video. You can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my face. We just are trying to let everything go.
She also pleads with the audience, saying that the person that she talked about in the video shouldn't be or getting any hate or stuff like that because the video was made while she acted purely on emotions, and that it was posted and subsequently deleted for good reason, saying people think they are helping her and defending her, but she didn't feel that way because she looked ugly in the said video. She's an ugly crier, she says, and moving on, she would not be commenting or saying anything about the whole situation. It's always going to be a no, she says, because it's a personal issue.
Video are grown now. We have moved past it. I was clearly young in that video. You can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my face. We just are trying to let everything go. Like, we literally hate that it was reposted for both of us. The person that I made that video about shouldn't receive any hate or anything. That was a video of me reacting out of emotion, and it was posted and it was deleted for good reason. And people think that they are helping me and defending me, but you're really not, because I look really ugly in that video. I am an ugly crier. You're not helping. But yeah, we move forward, and y'all will actually really never know what happened between us because I will only give the answer no. If you ask me what happened, I'm just gonna say no. If you ask me if it's true, I'm just gonna say no. No one will ever really know what happened because it's between us.
On the surface, it looked like Ian might have dodged a bullet. Some fans bought his explanation, especially after Tierra backed him up, and the drama seemed to quiet down for a while. But for many, the whole thing felt off. Ian's story didn't add up. They stayed questioning why Tierra would make such a serious accusation if it was just a misunderstanding, and why did she delete the video so quickly after posting it, only to then defend him. The timeline raised red flags, and some speculated that Ian had manipulated Tierra into retracting her story to protect his image. After all, he had a lot to lose. By 2023, Ian was at the height of his career with a growing following and potential sponsorships on the horizon. A scandal like this could derail everything he'd worked for, and he knew it. The fact that he went live so quickly to address the allegations suggests he was in damage control mode, more concerned with saving his reputation than addressing the hurt he'd caused Tierra. This 2023 scandal was a turning point for Ian, as it planted some seeds of doubt in his fanbase, making them question whether the for the girls persona they'd fallen in love with was the real Ian or just a carefully crafted act. It also set a precedent for how Ian would handle future controversies. His controversy management tactic, as we would come to see later on, was mostly by deflecting, minimizing, and focusing on his own image rather than taking full accountability for his actions and inactions. As we'll see, this pattern of behavior would come back to haunt him in an even bigger way in 2025, when his breakup with Haley Sharp exposed a side of him that no amount of charm could hide. But before we get to that, his other early controversies help show how his actions started and how they led to him forming a troubling habit that would eventually lead to his downfall. With the 2023 scandal behind him, Ian might have hoped his fans would move on, chalking up the drama with Tierra as a one-time mistake. But the internet has a way of holding on to receipts, and Ian's actions were starting to form a pattern that would become impossible to ignore. The seed of doubt planted by Tierra's accusations didn't just disappear, it grew and was fueled by whispers of other questionable behavior that hinted at a deeper issue. First up, the rumors that kept Ian's name in the drama spotlight even after the 2023 scandal faded from the headlines. In late 2024, a new piece of evidence surfaced that reignited questions about Ian's fidelity. Fans on the Hansumfella Discord server discovered a Tinder account using Ian's photo, and it was not just any other picture, it was a picture he'd never posted publicly on any of his known social media accounts. This detail made it hard to dismiss the account as a fake, since a catfish would most likely use a more recognizable image from Ian's streams or TikToks. The account's existence suggested that Ian might have been looking for connections outside of his relationship at the time, though it's unclear if he was dating anyone specific in late 2024. The research, though, doesn't confirm whether Ian was actively using the account or if it was an old profile that had just resurfaced, so we can't say for sure what was going on, but the discovery alone was enough to again stir up speculation among his fans, who were already wary after the Tiara drama. One post on a Reddit forum discussing him is quoted saying, "Unsure if this is also proven to be him, but someone on the Hansumfella Discord found a Tinder account a few weeks ago with his photo, and it's notable to mention that this photo was never posted on any of his known accounts, so it's somewhat unlikely that this is a fake account." The allegations was nothing if not another crack in the facade of the relatable gamer persona Ian had worked so hard to build, and it left his audience wondering just how many secrets he was hiding. Another incident around the same time added fuel to the fire. A creator with the TikTok handle @Rissy5791 posted a video featuring Ian, which she later deleted. The video hinted at a romantic connection between them, though the exact nature of their relationship wasn't clear. On the same Reddit post that suggested the events on his Discord channel, it is suggested that in Haley's video she deliberately said all the other girls, implying that there's more than just one. I also want to add that in Haley's video she deliberately said all the other girls, implying that there's more than just one. Some speculated that this was another example of Ian's wandering eye, especially since the timing overlapped with the Tinder account rumor. However, without the video or further details, we can't confirm the specifics of their involvement. What we do know is that the post contributed to a growing narrative. Ian had a habit of getting too close to other women, whether he was in a relationship or not. These smaller controversies might not have exploded into full-blown scandals on their own, but they kept the whispers alive, creating a backdrop of suspicion that would make his 2025 scandal with Haley Sharp hit even harder. Ian was careful about how much of his personal life he shared online, a choice that, in hindsight, seems more strategic than private. Unlike some influencers who vlog every moment of their relationship, Ian rarely spoke about his romantic partners publicly. During his 2 years with Tiara, he shared just enough to let fans know he was in a relationship, with the most being the occasional couple selfies. This limited visibility meant that many of his fans didn't even know he had a girlfriend until the 2023 scandal broke. This same pattern continued in his later relationships, including his brief romance with Haley Sharp in late 2024. Ian never disclosed to his fanbase that he was dating Haley, a fact that surprised many when the drama unfolded. This secrecy wasn't just about privacy, it allowed Ian to control the narrative, keeping his audience in the dark about his personal life until things went wrong. This lack of transparency had a double-edged effect to the benefit as well as detriment of his online persona. On one hand, it protected Ian's image as a single, relatable creator who could appeal to a wide audience, particularly young women who saw him as a potential internet boyfriend type.
I gotta be honest, guys, just take one look at this man. Like, if you really look at him, you can just tell, yeah, he has that look to him. I mean, the man calls himself Hansumfella. He's very self-absorbed. He has an army of girls that literally defend every single action he does and constantly comment, "Oh my god, sleep with me!" on every single solitary post that he makes. Like, I gotta be honest, guys, if someone ever showed me this picture and said, "Hey, do you think this guy's a cheater?" I would stare them in their face and ask them, is water wet? Like, if you're out here defending this man, I would say he's not gonna let you hit. But honestly, he looks like he might just let everyone hit, so I don't know.
By keeping his relationships off-screen, he avoided alienating fans who might have felt disconnected if he was openly taken. On the other hand, it meant that when scandals did break, they hit harder on his fans as they usually felt blindsided, as if the Ian they thought they knew had been hiding a completely different side of himself. This secrecy also made it easier for Ian to engage in questionable behavior behind the scenes, whether that was flirting with other women or, as Tiara alleged, creating fake accounts to cover his tracks. Without the public accountability that comes with being an open couple online, Ian had more freedom to act without immediate consequences, at least until his partners decided to speak out. By the end of 2024, Ian's reputation was already on shaky ground. The Tinder account rumor, the deleted TikTok from Rissy5791, and the lingering doubts from the 2023 scandal had created a cloud of suspicion around him. Ian's follower count on Twitch was still impressive, with over 400,000 at its peak, But his growth had slowed, and some fans had begun to distance themselves due to the controversies surrounding him. The Hansumfella Discord server that was once a bustling hub of fan activity also reportedly saw a dip in engagement, with some users citing discomfort with Ian's behavior as a reason for stepping back. Ian himself seemed aware of the shifting tides, mentioning in a later stream that he'd taken a financial hit from a previous scandal, likely referring to the 2023 drama with Tierra. He didn't elaborate on what that hit entailed, but it's possible that lost sponsorships, decreased viewership, or a change in his content strategy were to blame. Whatever the cause, it was clear that Ian's actions were starting to have tangible consequences, even if he wasn't ready to admit the full extent of the damage. All of this set the stage for Ian's most explosive scandal yet, the one that would cement his fall from grace and expose the true cost of his habits. In late 2024, Ian started dating Haley Sharp, a TikTok star known as Yodeling Haley or at Posty's Daughter. Haley was a rising creator in her own right, with a following that rivaled Ian's thanks to her viral yodeling videos and relatable content. The two kept their relationship under wraps, true to Ian's pattern of secrecy, but their romance was really short-lived, lasting just a month and a half before it imploded in a spectacular fashion. In January 2025, Haley took to her secret TikTok account to drop a bombshell that would rock Ian's world. She posted a video saying she felt like she'd been let into a club of all the other girls he's done this to, explicitly tagging it with #Hansumfella.
Well, you guys, the strongest woman in the world, me, is actually way stronger than any of us could have imagined, because I just found out that, my boyfriend who broke up with me like last week was also cheating on me, messaging a 19-year-old girl, he's 25, while I was staying at his house for his birthday.
Haley revealed that Ian had been texting multiple girls, including a 19-year-old, while she was at his house for his birthday, an event that took place shortly after their breakup. The betrayal was fresh, and Haley's pain was palpable as she shared her story with her followers. She then tried to make a joke of the situation by exalting herself for her reaction to the situation as the strongest woman in the world.
So, if there's anything we can learn from this, never date an influencer. That's the lesson that we've learned. And I'll say it again. Do you guys know how strong I am? Look at me right now. Do you see that? So strong, strongest woman in the world. And yeah, this is my first Hey Girly text too. I kind of feel like I'm part of a club. Hey guys, where are my Hey Girly girls at?
Ian couldn't ignore this one, so on January 27, 2025, he went live on Twitch to address the allegations, knowing that his fans would be watching him closely.
The emote only chat, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So also sorry for the late stream. I'm gonna take these earbuds out of my ear because I don't need them. Yeah, sorry for the late stream. It's gonna be a quick one though. It's gonna be a real quick one. I just realized I forgot to disable. Hopefully people don't have pre-rolls right now. And thank you for the subs if you have subscribed. So let's jump into it, ladies and gents. I just feel like I owe you guys, my audience, some sort of explanation, and this is going to be pretty difficult for me to navigate.
In the stream, Ian first took the opportunity to get ahead of his real name being leaked publicly. He cleared the air about his name and explained that he took on the pseudo-name Tyler to protect his real-life person, since he had a job in real life. He also clarified a rumor about his family, stating that his sister's name was not Grace, as some fans had speculated. On the surface, this might seem like a small detail because lots of creators use aliases to maintain some level of anonymity, especially in the early stages of their careers, but for Ian, the revelation felt like another layer of deception peeling away.
No goofs or jokes this time. First off, I'm not here to dismiss any claims. I'm not trying to explain away a situation. I just want to be transparent, take accountability for what I've done. And in the theme of full transparency, my name is not Tyler. My name is Ian. You might have seen that floating around somewhere, so I just wanted to get out in front of that one. Name is Ian. That is my name. Had a pseudo fake name to, protect myself when I worked a job and privacy and all that.
He then started talking about his previous relationship with Tiara that ended in September 2024, admitting his faults too in their breakup, saying that he drove her to break up with him. He also admitted that he really loved her and also struggled to accept that they had broken up. He then said that he met Haley in the months to follow and wrongly went into a quick relationship that could only be described as a rebound with her, knowing that he was reeling and emotionally unavailable.
Get some context here. Wow, we got a good bit of folks in here. Didn't notice that. Here is some context. So, my previous relationship ended in September, and I had my faults in that one too. I drove her away, made a lot of false promises, but basically I drove her to break up with me, because I definitely had faults in that relationship. But I did love her, and I couldn't really accept. This is very weird for me to be talking about on the internet, so I'm sorry. I couldn't accept that was done, right? So then months after that, met Haley, and unfairly I got into a relationship I wasn't emotionally available.
He then admitted to the infidelity, confirming that he'd been unfaithful to Haley throughout their entire relationship. He described feeling filthy and horrible for his actions. He also admitted that he had a problem with lying in the short term to protect himself. That's why he just told Haley, aka World's Strongest Woman, what she wanted to hear so he could move the relationship forward. A confession that might have earned him some sympathy, if not for what came next.
Problem with lying in the short term. That is a problem I've recognized about myself. Like lying in the short term to protect myself. So basically just telling her what I thought she wanted to hear. That I was ready for this, and I feel like deep down I was not fully over the past one, and that's not cool to do. You can't play with someone's emotions like that, and clearly I have a lot of work to do in that department. And I also want to butt it. I'm not trying to provide justification for what I did, and we'll get to that in a second. But I do feel really guilty. But I thought it was a step in the right direction to move forward.
A little while after the live stream, it is believed that Ian called Haley on her phone to ask her to take her videos down from social media. But Haley had recorded the phone call between them and decided to make it public, giving the world a raw look at Ian's true priorities. In the call, Ian begged Haley to take down her posts, saying it's going to get huge and it's going to be irrecoverable and it's going to ruin me. I'm begging you to just take it down. He even offered to do anything to make her remove the content, a plea that some interpreted as an attempt to negotiate or manipulate her into silence. What stood out most, though, was what Ian didn't say. He didn't apologize unprompted. Haley had to point out his lack of remorse, saying, "Your first response is to beg for me to take a video down instead of feeling bad for what you did."
It'll be a huge thing that I'm gonna have, my career, my job, I don't have a job now, I'm gonna get pushed off of the internet, and it'll just be this whole thing, and it's gonna snowball, and last time it just became, now
The last time you cheated?
That was not, that I explained that situation.
Is there an explanation for this situation?
The explanation is that I was not faithful and I did wrong. That's the explanation for there's no explaining away this one. This one was a true act of being unfaithful, and you didn't deserve me to do that. I'm sorry. But please, it's already out there now, and it's gonna get like bigger and bigger. Like, I'm begging you to just take the tweets and the TikTok, like, just clean break. Please.
I'm just struggling to have sympathy right now because you did text a girl while I was at your house for your birthday. So it just kind of, to me, I just don't care, to be honest. That's just a little ridiculous. And if I'm getting cheated on, I'm gonna talk about it. It's just a little insane, you know?
Please take the video. It's gonna ruin me. I'm begging you. I know you have no sympathy for this, and I know that's awful. I know. I completely know. I'm begging you. Please take it down, because this is gonna get huge, and it's gonna be irrecoverable. Please, I'm begging you. I'm willing to do anything. Like, I will. You're not asking for money, obviously. I don't want to bribe.
So you want to bribe me into taking a video down when you cheated on me when I was at your house for your birthday at 1:45 a.m.
I'm being desperate right now, but I am.
I'm hearing that.
I'm begging you, please. I'm begging you. I'm willing to do anything. This is gonna be like irrecoverable. It's gonna do irreparable damage, and I was awful, and that was an awful thing to do. And
it's just a little crazy that you cheated on me and your first response is to beg for me to take a video down instead of feeling bad for what you did and fessing up to it. So for that, I have no sympathy for anything that happens to you, because I was literally nothing but good to you. That's what's crazy.
The call was a damning piece of evidence, showing that Ian cared more about protecting his career than making things right with Haley. The internet didn't hold back. Haley's video and the leaked call spread like wildfire, trending across TikTok and X with hashtags like #Hansumfella exposed, another creator or user on X. Yeo Janorio claims to be one of the girls that Ian had allegedly been texting, though she doesn't confirm her involvement with him beyond texting. She shared some valid evidence of their chats on TikTok, his comment under one of her posts, and their conversations on Discord. Ian's admission of guilt paired with his career-focused plea in the phone call painted a picture of a creator who was more selfish than sorry. Fans who had once seen him as a wholesome, relatable figure now felt betrayed, and the backlash was swift. They quickly condemned him for his actions, with multiple comments and posts judging him. Ian announced he'd be taking a break from the internet to assess himself and his problems, saying he wasn't sure when he'd return to streaming, but true to form, his break was short-lived. He was back online within days, addressing the drama in another live stream. This quick return didn't sit well with many, who saw it as a sign that Ian wasn't taking the situation seriously. His Twitch stats reflected the fallout, showing a drop of over 1,000 followers in the last 30 days, a clear sign that his audience was starting to turn away. The fallout from Ian's 2025 scandal with Haley Sharp wasn't just a personal blow, it was a seismic shift that rippled through his career and the online spaces he had once dominated. The leaked phone call where Ian begged Haley to take down her posts without showing genuine remorse was a turning point. It stripped away the last vestiges of the for the girls persona that had endeared him to so many, replacing it with a harsher reality. Ian was a creator who prioritized his image over integrity, and his fans were starting to see through his facade. But the drama didn't stop with Haley's revelations. As the internet dug deeper into Ian's story, more layers of his behavior came to light. We saw details that painted an even clearer picture of a creator who couldn't escape his own destructive habits. He had built a brand on being relatable and authentic, yet he hadn't even shared his real name with his fans until he was forced to address a major scandal. The timing of the reveal, coming in the same stream where he admitted to cheating on Haley, made it seem less like a moment of transparency and more like a distraction tactic, like a subtle attempt to shift focus from his infidelity to a personal tidbit that might garner sympathy. The name reveal also sparked a broader conversation about Ian's transparency or lack thereof. Fans who had followed him for years felt a mix of betrayal and confusion. If Ian had been hiding something as basic as his name, what else wasn't he telling them? This question hit particularly hard given his history of secrecy around his relationships. He'd never publicly disclosed his relationship with Tiara until she called him out in 2023, and he'd kept his romance with Haley under wraps until it exploded in 2025. The pattern was clear. Ian only shared what he wanted to, when he wanted to, often waiting until he had no other choice. This calculated approach to his personal life made fans wonder how much of the relatable gamer persona was genuine and how much was a carefully curated act designed to keep his audience engaged without revealing the messier parts of his reality. It's worth noting that Ian's decision to use a pseudonym isn't inherently wrong. Privacy is a valid concern for public figures, but the way he handled it, revealing it only under pressure, added to the growing distrust among his followers. As if the name reveal wasn't enough, Ian faced another wave of scrutiny that was far less substantive but no less brutal: criticism of his physical appearance. The irony of his online handle, Hansumfella, became a focal point for detractors in the wake of the Haley scandal. Once a playful nod to his self-deprecating humor, the name now seemed like a cruel joke to some. On platforms like Reddit, particularly in communities like LA influencers Narc, users didn't hold back. They questioned how someone with Ian's looks who built a following like his in the first place was still insecure. The comments were harsh, often focusing on superficial traits rather than Ian's actions, but they reflected a broader shift in how he was perceived. The same fans who had once found his unpolished, everyman vibe endearing were now using it against him, as if his scandals had given them permission to tear down every aspect of his public persona. Another detail that emerged from the Haley scandal added a new dimension to Ian's story: the financial toll of his controversies. In the leaked phone call with Haley, Ian mentioned that a previous scandal had caused him a financial hit that still affected him, and the impact of this one could be devastating, saying it's going to be huge and irrecoverable.
You know,
Please take the video. It's gonna ruin me. I'm begging you. I know you have no sympathy for this, and I know that's awful. I know. I completely know. I'm begging you. Please take it down, because this is gonna get huge, and it's gonna be irrecoverable. Please, I'm begging you. I am willing to do anything. Like, I will.
While he didn't specify which scandal he was referring to, but given the timeline, it's likely he meant the 2023 drama with Tiara, which had unfolded about 18 months earlier. The exact nature of his financial hit isn't clear. It is speculated that it could be due to lost sponsorships, as brands often pull back from creators embroiled in controversy, while others think Ian might have scaled back his content out of fear of further backlash, leading to a drop in revenue. Whatever the cause, this admission revealed just how much Ian's actions were costing him, not just in terms of fan support, but in real, tangible ways. It also highlighted his priorities. In the same call where he mentioned this financial struggle, his primary concern was convincing Haley to take down her posts, not making amends for the hurt he'd caused. For Ian, the stakes were clear. His career was everything, and he'd do whatever it took to protect it, even if it meant begging an ex to stay silent about his betrayal. The reaction from Ian's peers added another layer to the story. One of his frequent collaborators, Joe Bello, found himself dragged into the drama when his own audience started asking questions about Ian's behavior. During a stream, Joe admitted he hadn't even known Ian was dating Haley, saying, "I didn't even know he had a girlfriend." He went on to call Ian a bad boyfriend, but stopped short of condemning him entirely, adding that he didn't think Ian was a bad guy. Joe also weighed in on Haley's decision to release the private phone call, calling it over the top and suggesting that airing such personal drama publicly crossed a line.
What happened with him? I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. he was dating this girl on TikTok named Haley for like a month or two, and he ended up like cheating on her or something, and now it's becoming a whole thing. She's rightfully mad. People want to hear my take about it. She's rightfully mad. She's rightfully, you know, able to post that. I think her posting their private phone call between one another is over the top to a degree, just because that's, you know, he didn't know that he was being recorded. Regardless, she's still rightfully mad because, you know, that she got cheated on. Do I think Hansum's a bad guy? No.
Joe's comments reflected the complicated dynamics of influencer relationships, both personal and professional. As a collaborator, Joe was caught in a tricky position, trying to distance himself from Ian's actions without fully burning a bridge. But his remarks also highlighted a broader debate about the ethics of public exposés in the influencer world. Was Haley justified in sharing the call to hold Ian accountable, or did she go too far by making a private conversation public? There's no easy answer, but Joe's reaction showed that Ian's scandals weren't just affecting his own career. They were also creating ripples that touched everyone around him. Ian's scandals also shine a light on the culture of accountability, or lack thereof, in the influencer space. Too often, creators like Ian are able to weather controversies with minimal consequences, thanks to their charm, fanbase, or the short attention span of the internet. Ian's playbook for handling scandals, deny, deflect, minimize, and wait for the storm to pass, worked for him in 2023 with Tierra, at least temporarily. But by 2025, that strategy was starting to fail. The Haley scandal was too big, too public, and too raw to be swept under the rug. The leaked phone call in particular was a game changer, giving fans an unfiltered look at Ian's priorities and forcing them to confront the reality of who he was. Yet even then, Ian's response was telling. He took a brief break, returned within days, and continued to focus on damage control rather than genuine change. Creators know that if they can survive the initial backlash, they might be able to rebuild their image over time, especially if they have a loyal enough fanbase to carry them through. Speaking of that fanbase, Ian's scandals have left his audience deeply divided. Some fans, particularly those who'd been with him since his early Twitch days, wanted to believe he could change. They saw his admission of guilt in the Haley scandal as a step in the right direction, hoping he'd use his break to reflect and grow. They also found the reaction of his fans and the general public quite absurd and exaggerated, saying it's not like he committed a crime and it was all just young relationship drama. Others, however, were done. The pattern of infidelity from Tierra in 2023 to Haley in 2025 was too glaring to ignore, and the leaked call only confirmed their worst fears about Ian's character. The drop of over 1,000 followers on Twitch in the last 30 days was a clear sign that many were walking away for good. The Hansumfella subreddit and Discord server, once vibrant communities, became battlegrounds for debate, with some users defending Ian's right to privacy and others condemning his actions as unforgivable. This division reflects a broader tension in online fandoms, the struggle to reconcile the creator you thought you knew with the person they've revealed themselves to be. For every fan who unfollowed Ian, there was another who stayed, hoping for a redemption arc that might never come. Ian's story also raises questions about the intersection of public and private life in the digital age. Haley's decision to release the private phone call sparked a heated debate about boundaries. On one hand, her choice to share the recording was a powerful act of accountability, exposing Ian's lack of remorse in a way that words alone couldn't. It gave her a platform to reclaim her narrative and warn others about Ian's behavior, particularly other women who might find themselves in a similar position. On the other hand, the call was a private conversation and Ian didn't consent to it being made public. Joe Bellows' comment that releasing the call was over the top echoed a sentiment shared by some fans who felt that Haley had crossed a line by airing such personal drama. As we look to the future, Ian's path forward is uncertain. Can he redeem himself, or has he burned too many bridges to recover? Redemption in the influencer space is possible. Plenty of creators have bounced back from controversies by showing genuine growth, taking accountability, and rebuilding trust with their audience. But for Ian, that road looks steep. The fact that he returned to streaming so quickly after the Haley scandal rather than taking meaningful time to reflect doesn't inspire confidence that he's ready to change. Ian's financial concerns, as mentioned in the leaked call, might also push him to keep creating content even if he's not in the right headspace to address his mistakes. If he wants to salvage his career, he'll need to do more than just wait for the drama to die down. He'll need to show through actions that he's learned from his past and is committed to being a better person, both on and off the screen.